know that customer service is important. Smile, be friendly, be responsive, listen to their needs, always be engaging. None of this is a secret. All of those basic subtle communications are great building blocks to starting off a new relationship on the right foot. But what do we do with an unhappy customer? What do we do when we drop the ball? Let's set the scene for an example. You work at a tech company that just launched a web app that processes payments. First day of launch, it crashes in the middle of your client's day. Client calls, guns blazing. Now, you were already set up for tech mishaps during launch. It's basically expected. Backups were in place and plans were made. But that doesn't make it any less inconvenient for your client, and now she's doubting her trust in your products. What do? Most tech companies would say, submit a ticket online so that the support team can look at it as soon as possible. However, I am here to tell you that in some cases, that's not going to work. Ticketing systems generally do not communicate the real emotion that a customer may be going through. First things first, we acknowledge and empathize while never downplaying the problem. Your app crashed. I can't even imagine how inconvenient that is for you, especially in the middle of your workday. That's the perfect way to get on their same level and have a common ground where you both agree that the situation is less than ideal. At this point, they'll get the weight of some of the stress off of their shoulders and load it onto you. And you will do nothing but agree and ask questions. If you feel the need to be defensive, just remember it is 100% counterproductive. It doesn't matter who is right and it doesn't matter whose fault it is. All that matters is the situation at hand, retaining the relationship with your client, and fixing the problem. Next, we will ask a question that will diffuse the situation and make us look a little bit better. Did your backup plan work? Were you able to process payments on the old software like we planned? Now, for all of you sassy people out there like me, you cannot say this in an all-knowing way. Of course the backup plan worked. That's what backup plans are for. But you have to continue with empathy and ask the question genuinely. And to this question, she'll say, yes, it worked. From here, it's easy peasy. The client has now realized from her own words that the world, in fact, is not on fire. From here, you can now take the lead of the conversation and move on to the last stage, which is communicating the solution. Continue the rest of the business day processing payments on the old software. The data will be saved and can be transferred to the new software at the end of the day. The development team is working now to find the bug, and it should be up and running again by tomorrow. Saying this with confidence will ease the customer's mind and ensure that you do indeed have everything under control. Now, I'm all too aware that all problems are not this black and white, and a lot of issues don't come with the blessing of a backup solution just ready to go. So here's some key takeaways from you. When dealing with an angry customer, you must listen first and never argue. Let them get all the frustration out so that you can move on together. After listening, empathize. By taking the time to truly understand your client's struggles, your relationship will become stronger. And lastly, offer solutions with a clear plan and say it with authority. The type of authority that will allow your client to relax and have confidence in your ability to handle the situation. All of this cannot be effectively done through a ticketing system that most tech companies use to handle these types of situations. Tech companies need to have an empathetic angle when dealing with customer issues. Keep these steps in mind the next time you have an upset client and see how much it can help. Comment below with any strategies that you have on retaining clients in the face of big issues.